Yeah.
So Praveen, before you start, I want to ask one question wherein do we have Alibaba representation here in this forum?
I'm not sure, yeah, because
So why
yeah.
I'm asking this question is uh, the the problem with having Sonic Yang in the build image directly without having a separate repo is the telemetry repo cannot be built without having a dependency in the Sonic build image. So Alibaba had this requirement wherein they wanted to have a telemetry repo compiled separately for their project internally. So this was one of the requirements when we had everything in the management framework folder. So that is the reason we put it in a separate management common folder, and we have all the Yang modules in the management common repo today. So even if we want it to be part of build image, I think we'll have to introduce a new Yang repo instead of putting it directly in the build image in order to have that telemetry build go through without having any dependency with build image. So otherwise it will come to bite us later with when we integrate it with telemetry.
I
And
mean,
coming to the question, I see Dong from Alibaba team on the call.
I'm from Alibaba.
so build-wise, is there any difference if we write in a repo or separate repo, or we write in a folder which is in super project, right? Build-wise, there is no difference, right? You are just pointing or at those files. It's
Uh,
something like every repo has a dependency as per make files. If you see, every repo has dependency on other repo. We while building, if that's a build time dependency, then while building itself, we build other repo, other package and install it in Sonic Slave Docker. So they are still building their telemetry in the Sonic Slave Docker, right? Or they are building outside.
they are building outside. That
Oh,
is
then
their
so it's
requirement.
not even part of the Sonic build infrastructure.
That's right.
Okay,
So,
then yeah,
Dong
then
can correct me if I'm wrong. So, that was the requirement we had when we had the dependency with management framework.
Yeah, because when you change the management framework, you add some dependency to the telemetry Docker. But for this Yang library, I don't think the telemetry module. I don't think it use this Yang library directly, right?
We are using it, Dong. So, in order to have the support for OpenConfig Yang, we have included the Sonic Yang as well for the telemetry repo. So, we'll have dependency going forward in the telemetry repo as well.
Okay, so you mean the management framework will use this library, and then the telemetry will use the library in the management framework, right?
No, no, no. So both will be used today. What we have done is we have a common management, common repo where these Yang files are present. Both management framework and telemetry repos make use of that Yang files from the management common repo.
Okay.
So now, instead of having it in the management common repo, the proposal is to have it part of the build image itself directly. So, in order to compile telemetry, you should have the build image complete repo as well. If the build image repo is not there, telemetry won't compile. So that is the thing I want to bring up here before
Okay.
we.
Okay, I see. So now I see the problem. The problem is that if without these changes, now we can build the telemetry, right? We can, for example, we only want to build a telemetry, and then we don't need this Yang library. I mean the dependency is not there today. And then you mean after these changes, if we want to build the telemetry feature, then we need to manually add some dependency to this Yang library, right?
So you're building Sonic telemetry out of this Sonic build infrastructure, is it, like entirely? Because usually all the packages are built from the super project, right? From the build image. The basically by using the rules folder, the make files under rules folder, right? That's the starting point. Because I see that Sonic telemetry make file is there, I guess, but I'm not sure. Let me open here because everybody.
Praveen, that is what we added in the build image. So before we came in, nothing was there. The make file was downloading the telemetry repo as is and compiling. So these are the things that we added as part of management framework support.
So basically, still I did not get, like, today, do we build it as a part of Sonic build infrastructure, or it's totally separate thing?
It is as part of build image, but Alibaba has a use case wherein they want to compile telemetry alone separately without having any dependency with the build image. So today we support that also. So
right.
Because
the answer is both today, Praveen. It's both built from Sonic and also can be built independently.
So basically,
and what Anand is highlighting is that if we move everything into the host file system and into the Sonic build image, then we will no longer be able to build the container independently because it will create a coupling with Sonic build image.
So our requirement earlier is that if we want to build the telemetry, we don't want to build the management framework. So earlier, then if we want to build the telemetry, we must to build the management framework. If we build some library, that's okay. I think that's okay.
So with the telemetry, you don't want to build management framework, right?
Yes. So earlier, I think the proposal is if we want to build the telemetry, we must to build the management framework Docker first, and then we can build because there's some library built by the management framework will be used by the telemetry. If we only add some we have some separate Yang library, and then we can add this library to the telemetry. That will be okay. What we want is we don't want to build some other like Dockers or some other stuff that is not related to telemetry.
Okay, so it's not a requirement to build Sonic telemetry independently from Sonic build image, right? You wanted to build it independently of the management framework, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we don't have a problem then?
I doubt that is the case, Dong. So because I felt the Yang files will move to the build image. So without having the build image repo, you'll not be able to compile. It's not the library anymore. It is the Yang files need to be brought in from that space, build image space to the telemetry space for the compilation to happen. Without that, compilation itself won't happen. There is no library here. So I understand your earlier concern of management framework. That problem we have already solved by having a management common repo and both reading from the common repo. So now instead of having the common repo, you will be having files in the build image. And if you are okay to have the build image repo cloned every time you want to compile the telemetry repo, then I don't see a problem, but you have to confirm that is fine.
So what I'm a little confused here is so now today the proposal for the Yang library is after build, what do we have? We have some binary, or we have some or some files or something. I'm not sure here.
We have a wheel package.
What? I'm sorry, didn't get.
We have a Python wheel package.
So Praveen, that is for your Python internal thing. So here it is not Python wheel package. We only need the Sonic Yang files for the telemetry to compile. So Softlink will do for us. But in order to have soft links, you need to have the build image repo as well.
So without build image repo, how you are building? You are building Docker telemetry, right? This one, this Makefile, right?
Yes, it's not for us, Praveen. For us, it's always we are building from the build image. But Alibaba has the requirement to build the telemetry Docker separately. So if you look at their telemetry Docker GitHub link, they would have given a way to compile the telemetry Docker independently of without the build image being there.
So without build image, how will even plug this Sonic MGMT common and other stuff? Like, we don't depend in config engine and everything, like Sonic config engine and all.
So if you look at that thing, we have a way to clone the Sonic management common and way to clone the telemetry repo and how to make. So that is the steps that they have to follow to compile the telemetry. So that is being documented in the telemetry repo. So now if they are okay to include the Sonic build image also, then I'm absolutely fine. I want that state from Alibaba, because once we make this change, we cannot go back.
So there are two things. One is the telemetry Docker. The other one is the telemetry, those binary, right? Those binaries are not related to the Sonic build image. This Docker is related to the Sonic build image. What you are saying is that's a telemetry binary, right? My question here is when we build the telemetry binary, do we need this Yang model library, or we only need this Yang model library in this telemetry Docker?
There is no library here, Dong. So it's only the Yang files. So basically, the Yang files today are present in the Sonic management common. So the requirement here is to move the Yang files to the Sonic build image folder. So when we move it to the build image folder, the Yang files won't be there in the management common, and that is a must-have for compilation of Sonic telemetry. So in order to do that, first we have to clone the Sonic build image, then clone Sonic management common, have a soft link of the Yang files in the build image folder to the management common, and then compile telemetry. Only then Sonic telemetry will compile fine.
So I mean now the management common today, who is using it? Is a telemetry Docker or those telemetry binary?
So both the telemetry Docker as well as the management framework, both are using that management common today.
I think there's no problem, right? If we today the telemetry Docker, when we build a telemetry Docker, we use that management common. Then we can replace the management common with the new one, right?
No, you need both. You need both the build image as well as management common. So it's not just the Yang files alone. There are other dependencies also for the telemetry to work fine. So like the translation library being there. So for that reason, you need both the management common, the build image, as well for the telemetry to compile fine going forward.
Oh, I see. You okay? You mean now the new proposal is everything related to the libYang is belong to the Sonic build image. It's not belong to any sub modules, right?
Right.
Okay, I see. And then you mean when we want to build some like we say the Docker telemetry, we need to pull some file from the Sonic build image, and then we can do the build, right?
So Docker telemetry builds inside the Sonic build image only, right?
Not every time, Praveen. So they have a use case wherein they build it separately.
Docker, they build Docker telemetry separately.
Yes.
But how they build, like, which means they entirely have some other repo other than Sonic?
Yes, I guess so. So Don can explain.
So for the telemetry Docker, we don't build it separately. We want to build the telemetry binary separately.
Yeah, telemetry binary, I understand, which is telemetry.mk, right? The last file which I opened, I think, where you just get it. So this is the MK file for telemetry binary, like where you just get it. So inside this MK file, maybe in the MK file which is inside this folder, you just get the telemetry binary.
Yeah.
That understanding correct, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy you depend on Sonic MGMT common, right? Which means it will build Sonic MGMT common. And when I look at Sonic MGMT common here, that Sonic MGMT common, I think it depends on libYang, which is also building inside. If it depends on libYang, right? So it depends on same libYang which we are building as part of Sonic build image.
Yes.
So everything is happening inside Sonic build image, as I understand. But maybe I'm not aware of about this total entire infrastructure which is building it separately. But as per Makefile, what I see is everything is inside Sonic build image because these files itself are inside Sonic build image. And without that, this is our starting point for any build, right? As I understand.
For Sonic, yes, Praveen. But my thing is the telemetry. I think Alibaba is using telemetry for other purposes also, and they don't build. This is my guess, but Don can correct me. But Sonic build image without having a dependency on the Sonic build image, they want it to be buildable. That's what is my understanding.
Hey guys, we've spent half the call on this topic. Can I suggest you take this offline so we can move to the other things?
Correct. Let's move. So basically, I created this document. Like basically, I won't go through that entire document. So why? Because in the videos of this work group, the starting 2 session, I think I covered exactly same thing. But what I wanted is also create a wiki so that people can refer video and this wiki and rather write everything quickly, because each time people won't write entire Sonic Yang model, like a new Sonic model. Mostly they will put a new config. And basically, I don't feel they should invest or put the effort going through all the big documents. They can quickly go through this document and start their development. Actually, I went through this wiki anyways, starting like when we started this work group. But I'll just, in summary, I'll go through this document really quick. We just say that our Sonic Yang model highly depends on 2 things, mainly this guidelines and configuration. And then I put a summarized version of guideline because this is sufficient to add new leaf or some small new feature. For, let's say, in port, you have this auto negotiation, which is coming by this NVIDIA guys are adding that. So for that, you don't have to go through entire guideline. If you see a couple of points, that is sufficient. So I wrote them here. Then I took some example, a small example of how to write Yang so that people can quickly add their leaf and everything. And in my example, let's say I'm writing a Sonic code. Above each line, actually, I wrote why this line is there, so that people will feel basically more comfortable while writing. Like when I'm writing Sonic container Sonic code, it's coming from the guideline that we should have top level Yang container, so that people can just refer here and they know, okay, why things are like that. For the small stuff, basically. For the entire Yang model, I'll still suggest go through the guideline completely once. Say you are adding new leaf, then obviously you don't have to go through it. You just should know, okay, your leaf name should be exactly same as what is there in ABNF. So that kind of stuff. And then it also shows that how in the Sonic Yang, like as per RFC 7951, if I do conversion, then that's how your Sonic data, basically the config data should look like. So there is a difference between config DB data and the Sonic Yang data. So the one example of that here. So I'm going fast because I covered exactly same information in the first two sessions. So it's like, if people can go through that, that itself is perfect. Here I took the example of conversion, like how the conversion can be done, even though in one table we have two kinds of entry. Like one entry doesn't have IP prefix, another entry has IP prefix. This one we use for VRM. So still, by defining some extension, we can do conversion. That's how we do conversion, but each library is different. So obviously, that also depends on the library. And then one example of interface.
Praveen, I have a contention here. So we have defined our own extensions, and it is already checked in the management common. Sonic Yang extensions. So it looks like you have also checked in your extensions. So it becomes conflicting there.
No, so see, extension should be processed by the library, not libyang. Libyang just ignores them, right?
Right.
So you can process the extension which you guys define. So that's why, so we want to put Sonic Yang at the common place. Like Yang model are at one place, and then libraries, separate libraries can return, which will process them. And then they can be
Praveen, 1 second, let me explain, then you will get the problem. So your extension here, key regular expression, right, for config DB to Yang.
Correct.
So for us, the extension name is key pattern.
Correct.
Pertaining to that. So if we are not converging to a common extension, then people have to define two sets of extensions basically to do the same thing.
Correct.
So that is why my contention is we'll have to come to a common terms here.
So that's while merging, when you guys will merge, we'll actually discuss about that in detail, like how we can have one single thing and the conversion will work in all cases.
Yeah, but because when you're writing these guidelines, it has to be defined with the right set of extensions, right? We can't have one set of extensions and the other set of Sonic Yang having a different set of extensions.
No, same like Sonic Yang will have same set of extension, right? Both extension are written in guideline already. So right now, yes, we have two kind of extension. Even so, as far as extension is covered, like we'll have many other extension, right? Let's say you decide to do a validation by using a function, right, in some library. But obviously that's not needed in all cases. Then that extension is just for one library, right? So extension, that's the purpose of extension, right? The different library will do different stuff. Like let's say libyang is saying I'm just ignoring extension. Now you want to force libyang to process extension? We can't, right? So our library will do something different. Your library will do something different, and that's how Yang models are. Extensions are, right?
Praveen, I mean, you're right, but the point is, we want one set of extension guidelines, right, that everybody works to, because they're going to define what ends up in the Sonic Yang. And we don't want to ask developers to do two different types of extensions for an overlapping purpose. So, for instance, what we're looking at now, these extensions, the key Redux ones, unless I'm mistaken, those are not in the guidelines. And there's also some extensions that we've defined in the management framework that are also not in the guidelines. And they may be in conflict or overlapping. So we need to coalesce those in the guidelines before we start reviewing Sonic Yang, I would suggest, or writing and reviewing Sonic Yang. Would you agree?
Yes, so the Sonic Yang extension, I don't think we need to consolidate multiple extension Yang files into one files, because down the road the community has it. Huh?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That they should be consolidated in the guidelines, so that the people writing Yang have one thing to do, or one set of guidelines to work to, right?
Yeah, but guideline is okay. But what I'm saying is that each contributor, like each consumer, can have their own Yang extension and with a different namespace. It's a matter of a namespace. Namespace collision causing trouble, right?
I agree. I agree. But I think the guidelines have to express a common set of
exactly. I agree with you. Yeah, the guideline has to be well defined, but we need to give us some freedom to define Yang extension per consumer, so that the infrastructure Sonic Management Framework has its own way of processing Yang extension and Yang grammar. So they have their own Yang extensions. Maybe LinkedIn has its own Yang extension like this, right? So that its consumer is different and the grammar is going to be different, right? So we do have a separate namespace. I think it will be okay.
Kwan, the problem is here, this extension, what Praveen is showing here is for the key pattern extension. So this is the exact same extension that we'll have in our Sonic Yang as key pattern. So if we don't have a consolidated extension name here, whatever LinkedIn is coming up with for the key pattern will be key-regex config db2 Yang extension. And what Broadcom will be coming up with this key pattern extension. And essentially the pattern will be the same for both of them. So in the same port Sonic Yang, people have to define both the extensions for both of them to work. Instead, what I'm saying is to have a common extension, either key pattern or key-regex. So that
that's a good point. That's acceptable point. We should have one thing. So let me do one thing first. On the guideline, I'll raise a PR. And that's where on that PR we can discuss like what our extension will look like. And I'm perfectly fine if it says key pattern, like, because obviously that makes better sense instead of writing regex or something. But if it looks like regex, then basically its name, as I am understanding, it's more like a name of the extension, right? By which conversion will happen.
Yes.
Yeah, the regex pattern is going to be common. You're right. So we definitely would like to consolidate it. But some other cases, like inside the Sonic Management Framework, there is a translate infrastructure that has a specific translation Yang extension. It's nothing to do with any other patterns, any other things, right? So that specific usage case, we may need to have a specific namespace to have all those specific definitions as a Yang extension. That's what I'm saying.
Kwan, that will not come under the Sonic Yang purview at all. So those are Sonic Yang annotations. Those will not come under the Sonic Yang purview at all.
No, I mean, as you remember that we introduced the value transform or some that is annotated to the Sonic Yang, right? So those cases we want to have a separate namespace to have a Yang extensions to that purpose. For that purpose,
so you are
right?
talking about the custom validation here, right?
Custom validation is another thing. Yeah. So wherever things that is specific for use case, then we need to separate out as a separate. I mean, a unique namespace so that to avoid the naming collision.
Use case. I think, but about this particular case, that for the conversion we should have same extension. I agree on that. So for that, I think the action item should be, I'll raise a guideline PR, and that's where we can discuss. And definitely we'll have a simple extension name. If the Broadcom one is good, then we'll choose that. And it's perfectly fine. Like, I agree on this point. Let's have one extension which is related to the conversion. For other extension, we can have separate extension, right? Agree?
Right, right.
Okay. So I'll raise a guideline PR and where we can discuss this. And then I will basically I'll change my source code accordingly. It's a very minor change, so it's perfectly fine.
Thank you, Praveen. We'll give you some. We'll do some stuff offline just to make sure the problem is clear, and if need be, we can have a call and try and get it sorted out by next week's call.
Correct.
Thanks.
I have noted this point. This is actually good point. We should have one extension for conversion. Okay, so I'll go ahead now. It's just like example.
So Praveen, one thing what I wanted to say is like Sonic extension .yang file is already checked in, and it is in the management common directory inside the Sonic common folder. So it has all the extensions that we have used, like the DB name, key delimiter, key pattern, map list, map leaf, and the custom validation. So those are the extensions that we have used already for defining the Sonic Yang. So those are the extensions we would like to keep so that we don't have to change much of the Sonic Yangs that we have come up with.
Actually, while merging, we can define that what makes sense. So obviously you want all your extension, and extension should be custom and it should be there. So what we can do is, if extension are too much dependent or too much specific to one library, under the Sonic Yang, we can have two files. Like under the Sonic extension, we can have two files, like Sonic extension and then library name. So that we know what extension are dependent on one particular library. If they are library specific extension, then we can have a common file, Sonic extension, which are like common to the everything. So I think we can do that way, because extension, yes, I understand they may be specific to library. I think that's fine. Like while merging, we can actually decide the better name for extension. Now, further on this is we have test cases. So that is obviously whenever you change something in Yang model, you have to come up with your test cases. And that's where even when we do merge, if there are like conditions, complex condition, we like to have the test case for everything. And as I said earlier, we do 4 kind of test cases. We try to create a Yang tree. As per RFC 8340, your Yang tree should be look in basically there is a specific look of your Yang tree. So we try to create that and try to put that also in a package. And then rest of the test cases are, we try to actually load some particular data and want to see that successful data creation is done. And for that, I have actually mentioned those files where we write configuration and where we update in the test case. And the way it is written is the same dictionary. If we update in Python, it will run fine. I'll tell you the example of that. So let's say you add this particular dictionary and that's your configuration to load. Then you name the same dictionary in the Python file, just provide a description and just provide what you are expecting when the data tree is created. Like right now we are expecting no failure, so it's fine. So like that. Then there are a couple of test cases related to each condition, must, pattern, when, and everything. Ideally, they should have some test case. Here also same example is given. You just put a configuration where something should fail. Like here, I think type is mandatory, which is not defined here. So when I load it, I'll just say my error string should be the mandatory and then type ACL. So actually Libyang has a particular error format. So it will say type field for in ACL table is which is mandatory but not which is not defined by you. So I think for mandatory we must be saying like require element is missing. So it will just check that that is your error string. So nothing special there. Then there are default test cases for default statement. Default statement is basically when you don't have to put that particular configuration in your JSON file, but it should be created by your data tree. So that for that also we have a specific kind of test cases. So in your configuration, you won't write this particular field, and then bus will check. You'll just write description. Error string will be verified, because in this case, we'll verify that that particular X path has the value of ingress, which is our default value. So those kind of test cases. So you don't have to update the Python code as such. Just define these two kind of dictionaries and we are good to go.
Praveen, these test code are already pushed to the GitHub, or?
Yeah, it's like it's been a while it's there. So I think it's source Sonic Yang model, and I think that this link is here. Yeah.
Praveen, today you got everything in the same file. Are we going to continue that way?
That's so right now this file, especially this file, is actually becoming bigger because of every configuration is there in this file. Now, if somebody can give me a better idea, I can actually divide it into like either the network object type, like ports test in one side, or VLAN test in one file, or we can do like must configuration in one file, successful data creation in one file, something like that. But I'm basically, this is nothing is fixed. If anybody suggests something better, we'll change.
Is it okay to keep it separate for a per Yang file or something? Meaning some of the common things we can keep it in a separate file to reuse in other tests.
We can do like separate Yang file as well. The only thing will be like in some cases definitely you will have couple of like both the basically configuration related to two Yang files, because they will have leaf rep to each other, right? So like if you have VLAN, not VLAN, let's say you are saying in your particular ACL table you have some member, then that port configuration should also be there. So like that. So we will actually, I think we can discuss it later, that how we'll divide this, because surely in future there will be a time where we need to divide it. So the good thing is I use iJSON to load it. In my code, I actually use iJSON, as I understand. What iJSON does is it just don't load entire file in a single go. What it does is whenever you define particular section, so I read a particular section, the test section, and that only it will load in memory. So that way it's good. iJSON is written that way. Otherwise, so performance wise, there is no concern or there is no delay while building the test, building the package. But obviously it makes sense to break it down for readability.
So any document to see how to run this test or something, meaning a small kind of document or something. How to use
so
it.
Right now what it how it runs is like part of our build infrastructure. Like Sonic utility is there, right? It runs its own test case, right? And package runs its own test case. But what I'll do is I'll add, so I'll write this AI, I'll add some documentation here itself if you want to just run the test case and not build the package. Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like, because
But
for Sonic utility also, I see there is one document this kind that you can just run the test case and don't build. Yeah, you don't have to build.
yeah, having it part of the build is also good in one way, but in the other way, the build time will be increased, right? Once we write tests for all the Yangs.
But that's, yeah, that's the goal. Like, yes, these are build time test cases because we won't build failure if anything is wrong with the Yang model, because once they are on the switch or once they are part of the library, after that failure is kind of unacceptable. So let's see if it becomes too much. Right now it's not much because it takes lesser time than Sonic utility, but let's say in future if such kind of problem arises. Then we are talking about our library, and basically this may not be relevant to everyone, but obviously if you are doing changes in Python library and want to use with CLI, then these are useful. And then it talks about Python library test case related itself, like how we related testing. Now, one important point I actually want to put here is like how we are trying to do validation of new Yang model. Validation means somewhat how somewhat they are written as per guideline, and second, by using that we can load some configuration and all that happens. So at the build time itself, what I've done is I created this file, sample config.db. Okay, this file is not there right now. Maybe I moved it. So this is in Yang model, right? So let me correct this. I think it is in test. Okay, this is not committed yet. Okay, there is a PR open for that. So what will happen is this. So I'll correct this link. So what happens is this is actually our like the configuration will be in config.db format. So let's say somebody is adding new field, like in I'll again take example of this in port. That's no auto negotiation is coming. So people, while the review itself, like when we do their HLD review related to that feature, they will ask them to actually update their configuration in this file. Once they update their configuration in this file, our build time test case automatically will try to convert that and try to create a data tree using the current Yang model. And during that time, if in Yang model that field is not there, they will just say, hey, we have extra configuration, but we don't have Yang model. So that's one way we are actually trying to enforce that whoever add new feature will add a Yang model changes as well. So I think that's it from my side, and we are just.
So Praveen, now one quick question on the test cases, right? Do we have any guideline on what are all the test cases, minimum expected for a given table? For example, you need to validate the key first and then various fields with negative values and other stuffs. I mean, do we have any guideline, or it's up to the, whoever is bringing in the Yang changes, they can do basically what they feel right for the testing for that particular container?
So right now we have, as I said, we have 4 kind of test cases, and yes, you pointed out this correctly. We have negative test cases also.
Okay.
But negative test cases always, what I found out is a negative test case will always fall in one of the category. Basically, say you are saying your pattern should be, or you allow the value from 0 to 255. Now, if you are putting a 0 to 256 value, you are actually checking your pattern, right? So we have, if you put any constraint that this is the test case for check constraint or negative test case. If you put any constraint in your Yang model, we'll actually ask you to write the test case for that. And that's how this guideline comes to picture. So you should have a successful data tree creation test case, which means with your new field, that data tree should be created successfully. And second, if in the same field you put any constraint, then you should have test case 3 also. So this
can the infra detect multiple negative issues in a test case, or once it is detected in the first problem, right, it will exit, say that the test case failed? Because why I'm saying is because I don't want to write a lot of test cases. What I'm saying is you have one test case wherein you put different range to test the multiple fields, right? Is that possible with the current test case?
So actually that doesn't depend on infra. That depend on the library at last you are using to test your Yang model. And right now we are dependent on LibYang. I think everybody, even as I understand, CVL is dependent on LibYang. So in that case, what happens? It depends on LibYang. If it detects all the error and give us those error, yes, it is doable right now. But as I understand, that's not the case. It will find out the first problem and it will tell you that this is your problem. So that's the constraint, right?
Yeah, which means like we might end up writing a lot of test cases, right?
So it's just that we can actually, it's good we have more test cases, but we can just make our configuration small. Because obviously, it's constrained about LibYang, and we don't want to touch LibYang at all. We want to use the open source. Yes. So right now it's that way.
So Praveen, is there a plan to write SonicYang checker just to check if SonicYang that is being PR'd is conforming to the guidelines that has been defined?
So how we decided to do it, like, see, so SonicYang guidelines, why it is written is, if you understand the purpose, I think you understand the purpose the most, that our translation code should not be much, right? The generic translation code should work. So I don't have to do much thing in our translation code. That's why in guideline I say multiple stuff, like key should be same as config.db and all, right? Now, if I'm writing checker code, which is as per the guideline, I'm actually writing too much code again, right? So how we decided to do it is, we'll take the Yang model and you provide this sample configuration, which is in config.db, and we'll try to actually load it in the data tree. And if successful load happen, and we'll try to actually validate it. If successful validation happen, we can say your Yang model is correct, because whenever we'll do the conversion as per the RFC 7951, definitely it will fail if it's not as per the guideline. So that's how actually I decided to do a quick check and not write any checker, because the entire purpose is to not write an extra code. So yeah, that's the thing right now. But let's say if in future comes that we need to write code,
Praveen, it's not extra code. It's one checker for everybody, right? But
yeah, so basically, like, I'll ask you, will you write that checker code? And
yes, because OpenConfig Yang has its own checker code. Similarly, we can define a checker code for SonicYang.
Correct. So yeah, if you agree, so then you can actually propose it in the next meeting with some example, right? In next or date into next. And
not next meeting, but we'll eventually propose one.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
I guess
that will be actually good, right? You can start with that. Yeah.
Especially it's important because top level container is a module name according to the SonicYang modeling guideline.
Correct.
And the second level container is going to be the name of unique table name, right? And the third one is a list, and it has to have a end up with underscore list according to your modeling guideline. So that kind of things we need to make sure that everybody has follow the same modeling consistent modeling guideline.
So I'll actually why we are doing it with our own validation process, like our own test case. Why? Because if I'll show you some just simple example of the code, we already have source code related to that. See, if you'll see here, this guy is actually trying to create the JSON format of the Yang model, and it's actually checking that if you have top level container or not. If you have the top level container, it actually store it and does everything. So we are already in our library checking everything like that, like top level container. Even if you will have the things related to list, right? So basically what I'm suggesting is there is already some kind of check. I don't want to duplicate effort. If I'll just using this particular file, if I load, I'm able to load. This guy is actually does this thing, load Yang model. And I think this guy is also do the load config data or log data. And if it happens successfully, that's where I'm saying that it is your Yang model, because this guy is already doing those things. But of course, if somebody can come up with a better idea, it's
yeah, so quick time check. Would you like to summarize the wrap up for today? Follow up from the next meeting?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like,
Praveen, one last question. Sorry.
Sure.
For in the test case, doesn't look like it covers the leaf ref case. Is it intentional, or like we yet to cover that?
No, I think it should cover the leaf ref.
Okay.
There should be
So
some test case definitely which should have leaf ref. Okay, basically that will be also part of the constraint. Maybe I did not explicitly write here. Where is my file? Yeah, but leaf ref will be part of basically that become a constraint which you are putting on the leaf. Yeah, here I should also say before etc. leaf ref. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
I'll write that. Yeah. Thank you, man.
Hey, Praveen, there's one more thing. I think we may expect that a common type definition across all the Sonic Yang modules, right? Do you have some guideline on the type definition just for the Sonic model?
I think
we may like enumerations and like
actually
other mean.
I think there is a guideline which says that basically, see, if you understand, those enumeration will depend on our backend code, right? Because for a particular field, backend says I am expecting only these 4 values, let's say. So the basically the enumeration or type def constraint is actually coming from your backend code. And I think there is some guideline which says those conditions should come from your backend code. Those constraints. I'm not sure if it is. Yeah, I think this. So whenever you put any constraint, even this enumeration constraint. So look here, enumeration constraint, they should be actually derived from your .h files or from code. And I think here I can list files because basically it depends on our backend code, which is mainly our org agent code, I think, because org agent code will org agent or manager D or sync D, basically SWSS part, which takes your config. And so, but you get the idea what I'm saying, right? Enumeration is always derived from your backend code. And
for the community to introduce new features, we might encourage folks to use the existing type definition if we have.
Correct.
Yeah.
So for type def, we have a separate file, as I understand, which says Sonic types. But let's wait for that till we do the merge for Broadcom also, because they may have separate files, and then we can then finalize that which particular or which kind of file actually makes sense. Yeah,
that'll be good.
Also, the other one you said, right, in the Yang check against config DB schema to identify missing things or something. So for all the new features, user have to add to the sample config DB or JSON, the one you showed, or?
Yeah. I mean, right now, user have to add here. So what we decided is, I think while we do this HLD review, if it's coming with the HLD, like new feature, then that time itself in HLD will provide this comment that you have to add it here. And that's the, yeah, that is the way we found out right now.
Yeah, so the question is, say some of the Yang models are not there for the existing config.db schemas. So to identify the missing Yang fields, right, having this infra is fine, but for the new schemas, right, it come along with the Yang model. So in all those cases, still we need it, or what is the plan for that?
Correct. So that's the actually main goal of this work group, that all other new schema, any change to new schema must include Yang model schema changes. So which means, yeah, you can't go through, or this test will not pass, or you can't go through in the system until unless you write Yang model schema for configuration.
Yeah, for new ones doesn't seem required. For identify the missing ones of the old schema this is perfect. But I'm just thinking about the new ones. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's actually is coming from Gohan very strongly also. So let's see if any, while raising the PR for new feature, and that time we can discuss it more. But right now that's the constraint we want to put in.
Yeah, another proposal, Praveen, was if we add a section in the HLD template for the Yang model changes or the config.db changes, so that it comes here.